Hey guys, Ashley here for Real Buy Agency and John L. Scott Bothell, here with the October monthly market update for the residential real estate markets of King and Snohomish counties, Washington. In this video, we will primarily look at the market statistics and contributing data that ran through the month of September, briefly looking at national mortgage interest rates before moving on to look specifically at local data that was sourced directly from the Northwest MLS public releases. With these videos, we try to take the approach of breaking down various key metrics, charts, in detail before finally providing a summary at the end. If you are just looking to get a quick lowdown on one specific market aspect or a summary of the current market as a whole, please feel free to skip ahead to the relevant section. Depending on which platform you are watching this on, there are detailed chapters and timestamps provided via the timeline or in the description below. Right then, that said, let's get started.
Okay, as normal, starting off with the 30-year fixed mortgage rates, weekly averages as provided by Freddie Mac. The weeks end on Thursdays. So we ended August with 2.91% was the average, and we started the first week of September, which fell on September 3rd. We went up slightly to 2.93%. Then through the second week, ending on September 10th, we came down to 2.86%. Then over the next 2 weeks, towards the end of the month, we came back up to 2.9%, finishing the month just off 2.9% by the look of it, as in the October the 1st, we were back down at 2.88%. In the first 3 weeks of October, we've come back down, so we had 2.87% on October the 8th, and the last date here is Thursday, October the 15th, is 2.81%. And once again, that's an all-time low for average 30-year mortgage rates, at least as far back as data is collected by Freddie Mac. So, yep, continuing to go lower. We say that month after month, but you can see we're kind of in this band here between 2.8 and 2.9. Just great news if you're borrowing right now or trying to do a refinance. And obviously, as we've already stated before, these low interest rates are certainly helping to drive up the prices alongside the short inventory. Alright then, moving on to the local data. We're looking at number of newly active listings. And newly active listings in King County for September were 4,371. And in Snohomish County, that was 1,741. We're looking at the green columns. You can see that month to month, they both dropped slightly. In King County, we came down from 4,628. And in Snohomish County, we came down from 1,766 new active listings in August. And this expressed as a percentage, this means a reduction in King County of 5.55%, and in Snohomish County, month to month, a reduction of 1.42%. You can see that year over year, that's actually up. So these are the yellow columns. In King County in 2019, we had 3,525 new active listings through September. And in Snohomish, we had 1,520. So in King County, this represents an increase of 24% for the month of September year over year. And in Snohomish County, that represents an increase of 14.54% versus September 2019. Over to total active listings. Total active listings in King County were 3,970 through September. And in Snohomish County, we were down to as low as 888 total active listings. So very quickly you get a sense when you're looking versus the previous slide of just how quickly the inventory is being absorbed right now, just how much demand there is. We'll talk a little bit more about that as we move forward here, but continuing on this slide, in King County month to month, total active listings were down slightly from 4,010, means a reduction of approximately 1%. And in Snohomish County, down from 1,024 total active listings in August, means month to month we saw a decrease there of approximately 13.28%. And then year over year, you can see sizably, completely the inverse to the newly active listings chart. When we look at September 2020 versus September 2019, we can see that King County had total active listings on the market at the end of September 2019 of 5,431. And King County had total active listings on the market at the end of 2019 at 2,156. And that basically represents, in percentage terms, a decrease of 26.9% in King County for 2020 versus September 2019. And in Snohomish County, a massive decrease approximately 58.81% less inventory on the market at the end of September 2020 versus the end of September 2019. So obviously that's a dramatic reduction. And as we talked about in last month's market report, unless there's dramatic changes on the ground, I can't imagine that that number in Snohomish County is going to come up anytime soon, and certainly not rapidly. Okay, for further clarity on this inventory situation then, months of inventory chart, you can see that in King County, we're down fractionally month over month. We ended up at the end of September with an outlook of 1.12 months of inventory, down from 1.16 in August. And this time last year, we were at the end of September, they were at 2.17 months of inventory. And again, bear in mind that a standard market would be anywhere between 4 and 6 months total inventory. So this is aggressively a seller's market. And then in Snohomish County, even more aggressively a seller's market. We're down from 0.69 months of inventory, which is crazy low anyway, to 0.56 months of inventory at the end of September. And versus last year, this is a reduction down from 1.72. So yeah, month to month, the months of inventory percentage changes were reductions in King County of approximately 3.45%, and in Snohomish County approximately 18.84%. And then year over year, we were looking at a reduction for September of 48.39% in King County and 59.88% in Snohomish County. So again, you can see that kind of high 50s number lining up with the total active listings on the market. I mean, that relative to predictive absorption is where these months of inventory numbers come from. Okay, moving on to price charts. Median listing prices. So this is just the listing prices set by sellers. The median listing price in King County was $700,000 for September, and that was down from $729,950 in August. That's a month-to-month change of approximately 4.1%. Versus September 2019, we're actually looking at the exact same median listing price. In September 2019, it was also $700,000 in King County. So there's zero change there. Moving over to Snohomish County. Snohomish County median listing price for September was $575,000. This marked a reduction in the listing price month to month, a reduction of $14,475, and expressed as a percentage to 2 decimal places, a reduction of 2.46% approximately. Year over year, however, Snohomish County's listing prices were still substantially up. If we look through September 2019, it was $550,000, and that means an increase of $25,000, which expressed as a percentage to 2 decimal places, means an increase of 4.55%. Okay, and finally, median closing sales prices. For both King County and Snohomish County, for September 2020, we had all-time median closing sales price highs. In King County, the median closing sales price was $698,230, and in Snohomish County, it was $550,000. In King County, that represented a month-to-month increase of $18,230, or otherwise represented to 2 decimal places as 2.68%. And in Snohomish County, that was an increase of $15,001, and to 2 decimal places, an increase month-to-month of 2.8%. When we're looking year over year, there's a sizable increase in both counties. In King County, the median sales price has come up year over year $104,480. That represents 17.6% increase in price. And in Snohomish County, $80,000. Very similarly, also in the 17% increase range, 17.02%. So really sizable increases in price points year over year. Gives you an idea of just how aggressive this market's been. If you're looking to sell right now, you're in a really great spot. If you're looking to buy, you're in a heavily competitive environment. But at least you've got, in historical terms, nice low interest rates to kind of offset those price points.
So in summary, September 2020 continued with many of the trends we've seen these last few months in the residential real estate market. National mortgage rates, while very flat, remained within a few basis points of their all-time lows. And while there was a reasonable uptick in new listings activity year over year in September for both King and Snohomish counties, as projected previously, strong buyer demand continues to drive total available properties on the market downwards and median closing sales prices upwards. This was particularly true in Snohomish County, which ended September with over 13% less total inventory on the market versus August, despite seeing an increase in new listings versus September 2019 of approximately 4.5%, and a median closing sales price increase of approximately 2.8% month over month. King County also saw a month-to-month increase in its median closing sales prices through September of about 2.68%, but perhaps we may project for the coming weeks a slightly divergent path in the outlook of the two counties, as while Snohomish County's level of demand through October continued to comfortably outpace increase in supply, King County through September fell only fractionally short of matching its market demand. With the trend to continue through October, we might anticipate that while total inventory in Snohomish will continue its march downward and closing sales prices continue to rise, in King County it's possible we will see total active listings increase month over month, and median closing sales prices either begin to level off or perhaps even decrease slightly. Whether or not this actually happens may largely be decided not just by the mortgage rates, but also by just how quickly normal factors of seasonality kick in this year, and just how rapidly new listings activity drops off for this fall and winter in King County. This is clearly something to keep an eye out for, and we will certainly keep you posted of any clear developments moving forward. Okay guys, that does it for the October 2020 market update. Please hit the like button if you found this video useful, and subscribe to the page or the channel. Feel free to engage or post any questions you may have in the comment section below. And once more, I hope this finds you well. Until next time, stay safe out there and have a great one.